strange and hidden Jupiter-sized exoplanets spotted by astronomers and citizen scientists. The planets in our solar system are pretty rich in their properties. They have different climates and temperatures, and all these planets have their own identity. Yet some standout ones are present too. Amongst them, the biggest one that our solar system has to offer is Jupiter. But recent news has told us that Jupiter isn't alone out there in terms of being similar to Jupiter in size. To know about what we're going to discuss today, we will head out of our solar system. That's right, only last week a hidden exoplanet was spotted by astronomers and scientists. If you like videos like these and want to see more, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to be notified of our upcoming videos. What are exoplanets? Exoplanets are simply planets that orbit a star, rather than our own biggest star, the Sun. The word exo, taken from the Greek language itself, means outside. These worlds are reasonably far outside our own solar system, and astronomers have confirmed that more than 4,000 exoplanets are orbiting the distant stars right now, with at least 1,000 more to be confirmed. The first two exoplanets located outside our solar system were seen orbiting a pulsar in 1992. The first exoplanet orbiting a star was discovered 3 years later in 1995. Finding them was so difficult earlier on because these exoplanets are several light years away from us, and unlike stars, these planets don't shine using their light. Simply like our Earth, they shine with reflected light from their local stars. In contrast to these stars, these exoplanets are dim, and even the largest planets are drowned in the light of their vastly lit stars. Even optical telescopes are too small to notice these dimly lit planets, which is why only a few of them have been directly imaged. But now, with the discovery of TOI 2810b, things will change drastically in the exoplanet department. The exoplanet has been discovered and looked into with great detail, and the details that we have on this planet are only just scratching its surface. The question humans have always asked themselves, are we alone in the universe? Might be on its way to changing course, and the discovery of this exoplanet might contribute to that. Finding a planet having Earth-like planets, especially where life is present, remains the primary goal for humans, and select others. These distant worlds are there to be explored, but we are bound by technology on our hands, as even man requires time to figure out his ways, especially ways that involve such high integration of technology. This planet, TOI 2810b, is relatively closer to the Earth than Jupiter. When they got to see it last month, analysts were immediately done on this planet. And it was seen that this planet is only 379 light years away from us. But what is it that makes this planet so unique? It is the fact that it takes 261 days for this planet to orbit its host star. That is relatively longer than most gas planets discovered outside our solar system. The team that spotted this planet managed to do so using the data gathered by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, or TESS. TESS spots exoplanets like these by finding small and recurring dips in the brightness of stars. This dip in brightness is caused by a planet blocking some of the star's light as it manages to transit or pass between the spacecraft and the star. The best part about this exoplanet is that it's expected to be seen again in the coming month of February. Being seen for back-to-back months will be quite an achievement for this exoplanet, as it has managed to strike the curiosity of scientists and astronomers alike. One researcher went on to describe this exoplanet as cool. This is not only because of its striking appearance, but in the literal sense, since it has a shallow temperature that causes its longer period orbit around the parent star. So using the word cool for this exoplanet is in fact an apt term for it. We mentioned TOI 2180b's size earlier but couldn't get to discuss it. This planet is roughly the same size as Jupiter. It's 3 times bigger than Jupiter. It has about 105 times the mass worth of heavier elements than hydrogen and helium, as per an issue released by the University of New Mexico. But one key piece of information tells us that the density difference between this planet and Jupiter indicates that the planet formed differently from Jupiter. The temperate conditions of this exoplanet have an average temperature of 77 degrees Celsius, making it hotter than Saturn and Jupiter. Compared to other exoplanets, it's still pretty cold, since most of them are hotter than usual. TOI 2180b proves to be a different addition and has intrigued many scientists. Although the temperature difference still hasn't been entirely understood yet, It can be further looked into with observations available from other observatories. The Hubble and the James Webb Space Telescope are two of the finest players in helping explore these parts of the unknown, with the latter being finally opened only a few days ago. The founding team. The discovery of this exoplanet was carried out by an incredible team of astronomers and scientists, including Tom Jacobs, a former US naval officer. Discovering and publishing TOI 2180b was a great group effort demonstrating that professional astronomers and seasoned citizen scientists can successfully work together. Jacobs said in the NASA release for TOI 2180b, "This fantastic team of astronomers and scientists examined test data using a collaboration dubbed as a visual survey group." Jacob spotted a dip in brightness in the newfound planet's parent star on 1st February 2020. Since these fluctuations in brightness came about due to varying factors, Jacob was determined for confirmation whether this fluctuation was something hopeful or not. On the other hand, tests saw only a star dimming. Still, it received more information as per observations from the Automated Planet Finder telescope at Lick Observatory, which is present in California, and the W.M. Keck Observatory in Hawaii. These two observatories saw the tug of the planet on its parent star and allowed the team to zero in on its mass. Although this orbit remains uncertain, the team of astronomers and scientists we mentioned earlier tried to figure the whole thing out. They looked for a transit using telescopes in 14 different sites across 3 different continents in the summer of 2020. This work produced 55 data sets in 11 days, but no telescope managed to catch the transit. Then again, science is predictive until that prediction turns true, and this is how the scientists present over there managed to predict the orbital time of TOI 2810b at 261 days. Scientists hope to study this exoplanet further to look for any rings or moons typical for exoplanets like these, and more present inside the solar system. Most of the biggest exoplanets that are discovered are usually found quite close to their parent star, where the gravity is intense and can tear apart objects such as rings. In the Astronomical Journal, a study has been published about this exoplanet to expect further research. With a new study at hand and more work expected to be carried out on this gas giant, it will be enjoyable to see what else lies in the fate of TOI 2180b. Who knows what more surprises we might come across. Here are some quick facts about this exoplanet. TOI 2180b was discovered this year, and its status as a planet has been confirmed. Its mass is exactly 2.755 times the mass of Jupiter. Its semi-major axis is at 0.828 AU. Its orbital period is 260.79 days to be exact. Its angular velocity is 316.2 degrees. The radius of this exoplanet is 1.01 times the radius of Jupiter. This planet was detected by the primary transit method. Its calculated temperature is 348 Kelvin. The alternate name of this planet is HD 238894b. Whenever a new planet is discovered in our solar system, there's a lot of hype around it, only for it to be eliminated as a planet later on, or its existence comes void because it does not fit the definition of a planet. As for this exoplanet which we've discussed, there's a lot of potential and many things to explore. It will now depend on the scientists who are working on it, whether they'll be able to pull off the feat of decrypting it correctly or not. One thing is for sure, that this planet certainly shows us how vast and varying our solar system and everything outside of it is. TOI 2180b might prove to be a game changer as we unravel the mysteries of everything outside of our green planet. With so much in store to offer from space, it gives us the thought that maybe, just maybe, there might be other habitable worlds that exist too.